Welcome to the show.
Hi. Sorry, I made it.
I got my wish. You remember last week you were saying that
What?
you were saying that I wasn't going to get to torture you.
Oh no.
I get to torture you. So today we're going to do a little test about multitasking.
Oh.
Do you feel like you're pretty good at multitasking? How do you feel about that?
I feel like I have to be. But
That wasn't what I
I don't
asked.
know that I like it.
That also wasn't what I asked you.
Then what did you ask me?
Are you good at multitasking?
I mean, I guess.
You think you're good at doing multiple things all at the same time?
If I'm not, I have problems.
All right, well, we're going to test that. So
Oh.
I have with me some basic trivia questions.
Okay.
She
I like
has
trivia.
a timer,
Oh no.
and when it flips over,
It flipped over.
I'm going to remind her, if she doesn't catch it, when it's all the way done, she's got to flip it back.
Oh.
She also has a set of beads. You can see this pile of beads over here, and she has these.
I'm in charge of the timer?
You're in charge of the timer. You're in charge of all of it.
Okay.
They're these little compartments where the beads go, and they're color coded.
Okay.
So she's also going to have to sort the beads
Okay.
into these compartments, all at the same time. Are you ready?
Okay. No. Okay.
When I say go, you're going to flip that timer. Okay?
Okay. When am I done? If the timer doesn't tell me when I'm done, when am I?
When I say.
I don't
All
know.
right. Well, then we'll just evaluate how well you did. Ready, set, go. Area 51 is located in which U.S. state?
Nevada.
I'll allow that. On a dartboard, what number is directly opposite number 1?
Number 1.
No. It's 19. This is an easy one. Which American president appears on a $1 bill?
George Washington.
There you go. How many colors are there in the rainbow?
7.
Wow. What is the nickname of the U.S. state of California?
The Golden State.
You used to live there. Getting past the true or false ones. What is depicted on the U.S. $100 bill? Who is depicted?
Benjamin Franklin.
There you go. Let's see. What color is the X in FedEx ground? I don't know what that's a weird way to word it.
It's either blue or orange.
Nope.
Oh.
You want to guess again?
Purple?
No.
I got nothing.
Green.
Green?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
The likeness of which president is featured on the rare $2 bill of USA currency?
I don't know.
Thomas Jefferson.
Okay.
What is sinophobia the fear of?
Signs?
Dogs.
Oh, with a C. Yeah. No, that was a trivia question one week when I went to trivia. I know that now.
Who is the author of Jurassic Park? The book.
I didn't know it was a book. I'm sorry.
Who was the author of The Lost World before this guy wrote the book?
I don't know.
Okay, the first answer was Michael Crichton. The second answer was Sir Arthur Conan Doyle.
I'm so sorry.
What is the only domesticated animal that was originally from any of the Americas?
What?
What is the only domesticated animal that was originally from the Americas?
Cow?
Cows are not from the Americas.
I didn't think so. I don't know.
The llama.
I didn't know that. Okay.
What item is the werewolf most afraid of?
Silver?
There you go. Yeah, you knew it.
Okay.
Took you a minute.
It did.
Let's see. What is the last letter of the Greek alphabet?
Zeta?
No.
I don't know.
I'll give you a hint. I am the alpha.
Omega.
There you go.
It was going in ABC order.
What is the Portuguese word for Brazil?
Brazil?
It's Brazil. it's on here. It's on the list. So how do you think?
Done?
So how did you do?
Not great.
So what was going on? Too many things going on at the same time?
Yeah.
Yeah. Kind of feels like the way this season typically goes, huh?
Yeah, it's a
We have so
really
much
busy
going on.
time. I don't know when we decided that October was the month for everything, but it's the month for everything.
It's a month for everything. And sometimes
Yeah.
when everything's going on, it can be easy for us to accidentally put that away. It can be easy for us to accidentally leave certain things aside. I think you guys know where I'm going with this. And sometimes what I hear all the time is, "Oh, I've double booked myself," or "I don't want to I've triple booked myself," which means there's two things that now I can't do that I plan on doing.
Mm-hmm.
But one thing that can get forgotten about and left aside is spending time with God.
Sure.
And so,
I mean, it's hard to get everything done that we're supposed to do, and this time of year we also have kind of the idea in our head that there's a lot of things we should experience, not just to do things, but it's
we don't want to feel like we didn't experience the things of fall that
right. You got to do all the things that
just so you can
to
say,
enjoy.
"Oh, good, I did it."
Yeah.
Go to the pumpkin patch. You don't want to.
Can't miss that.
Next January, you don't want to be like, "Oh, I didn't go to the pumpkin patch."
Right.
Yeah.
So
especially if you're a parent, there's a
Mhm.
lot of things that happen during this time, fall photos and going, especially going to pumpkin patch, getting your pumpkin, and all that sort of
And I
stuff.
feel like kids kind of have that too, kind of like a checklist. We've got to go to the pumpkin patch, we've got to go to the haunted houses, I've got to go to the festivals, I've got to go to the football games. Kids want to experience everything there is to experience right now, and parents feel a certain amount of responsibility to make sure they get to do that.
So what are some practical ways that we can go ahead and say, yes, we don't want to forget to experience these things, but we don't want to forget our relationship with Jesus Christ.
For
And
sure.
So what are some practical ways we can make sure that we don't leave that out?
Well, I like to kind of take advantage of little moments of time that we have every day. For instance, when you're in the car. A lot of times when you're in the car, you have a good opportunity for conversation because you're all trapped right there together. So whether that's a conversation about gratitude or a chance to pray together or something like that, those little moments in the car on the way to school or in the car on the way home, things like that, it's easy to add something in and it doesn't feel like an extra to do because you are already in the car anyway.
Yeah, and I think also if you're somebody who has family meals, if you have a family that regularly eats together, what's interesting is we find this a lot easier during the time of Lent because we're constantly being reminded, oh, give up something for Lent so it'll remind you to connect with God. Well, if you're somebody who has a family meal, every time you have that meal, just remember before you start the meal, it's time for us to talk to each other about what we need to be praying about.
Mm-hmm.
How have you seen God today is a big question that we're asking at youth every week. How have you seen God? And sometimes that's a difficult question for especially, younger kids to answer. But how have you seen God?
Yeah.
You can give an example, just to make that a little bit less abstract and just say, I saw God through a person who was really kind to me, a stranger, or something through the meal packing stuff that we did. You know, I saw God through people who volunteered to do that, and that was really good. So that's one way to remember to keep God in the loop.
I think another thing that would be pretty easy for a lot of families to do, if you find yourself not having a lot of time to read scripture as much as you would like take advantage of your bathroom mirror. Pick a verse or two that you want to read and kind of remember and talk about as a family, and just put a little post-it note on everybody's bathroom mirror. And after a couple of days of getting ready and brushing your teeth, you've all read it a couple of times, and
Scripture of the week.
Have a conversation about it together.
This is our scripture focus for the week.
Yeah.
And there's easy resources online in this day and age. You know, it's so much easier. We also have Parent Cue. If you're a parent, you want to talk about Parent Cue?
I love Parent Cue. Nope, didn't mean to do that. I'm gonna try to zoom in on it, but it's this app right here. Good luck for my editing. And you go in and you register, you put in your kid's name and age, and you can put in our church as well. And every day it will give you, every week it will give you a video that kind of goes with what your kid has learned about at church if they are here with us. But regardless, every day it will give you some suggestions here. Morning time, drive time, meal time, bedtime, and it's just kind of some conversations to have, some questions to ask, some encouragements to go through with your kids to help connect with them about what they've been learning. But also it's very age-based, so it's appropriate for what they might be going through, thinking, feeling, dealing with at the time.
Yeah, it checks in on their age. It tells you when the next milestone is, and it's a really simple tool to figure out where should my kid be in this stage of life, and how can I
what can I do to help them?
What can I do to help them, and what can I do to help them grow in their faith? You know, sometimes as a parent you may feel, like, oh, I don't know, that's why they go to church. But we can't out-teach you. You're amazing. You're an excellent parent, and so this tool just makes it to where you're like, oh, okay, this is how I can talk to them.
Yeah, most of the questions are very open-ended. Like this week's says, while you're on the go this week, ask them, what are you most looking forward to this school year? And that will, they'll answer and talk to you about it. That'll give you a lot of opportunities to follow up with that and kind of see like what their main interest is and what they're excited about, and that can lead into what are you most hesitant about, like where are you struggling, what can I help you with. Can kind of open up some conversations.
And as they get older, you can kind of go that path. So I hope you take some time to do that this season. I hope you're having a wonderful, we're still in spooky season.
Yes.
Trunk or treat's coming up.
Yes.
Get ready for all the spookiness. But I hope you're having a great day, and we will see you next time.